How are you doing today? Welcome back. All right, this is going to be our monthly for August. Let's see what is going on. All right, we're going to start with a question with the Fairy Majesty Oracle deck. Well, there it is. Ooh, I forgot who else got this, but I feel like it's also late slate, maybe some clarity. Maybe you're dabbling in something new. It's also saying what would help me feel safe and opening up. So maybe you're trying new things, and that mallard duck might be kind of your spirit animal this week. I like it. And they usually poke around in the water trying to feel for things. But definitely, I feel like maybe getting some clarity this week. Maybe there's a past situation, you know, and there's a lot of regret kind of left there. And things are maybe starting to clear up, and you're starting to get out there, try new things, dabble a little bit. I like that, dabble. It's an interesting word. All right, let's see what we've got going on. All the things, the levers coming out. All right, let's see what is up. Ooh, focused on our happiness right now, but maybe being blocked by an indecision about a direction or not knowing which direction to kind of take. I feel like consciously we're waiting for the wheel to spin, things to turn in our favor. Subconsciously, it's about walking away. You know, maybe there's been some kind of ending we need to walk away from or move away from. What's leaving is that growth of something. Maybe you've planted some solid roots. We'll see what's coming forward. You're probably going to hear my son in the background watching TV, but it's also about letting go and just kind of embracing your own feminine energy, whether male or female. Ooh, I feel like you're healing from something. Whatever healing approach, it's about having new ideas and enjoying them, kind of tossing something in the air and seeing if it sticks type of energy, especially if you've been carrying a lot of burdens. This could be you traveling, moving in a different direction. Do have the Eight of Wands right there. All right, let's see what's going on. This could just be you rewriting a whole new story. Got that Ten of Cups with the King of Pentacles. I feel like that's more about, it's like your focus right now, your current energy is your happiness and your stability. How am I going to build something stable? And I feel like the King of Pentacles, you're showing up for that stability. And whatever it is, it's putting you in some kind of mode of happiness. This could be just enjoying a nice, stable home and family life. And then we have that Two of Wands that's kind of like stuck energy, not really knowing which direction to go or really how to get there. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles coming out with that. I feel like whatever direction you choose, it's going to put you in the state of confidence being, and it's also going to see like the fruits of your labor. So I don't really think there's a decision that you can make poorly right now. You just kind of have to embrace the unknown and just keep throwing something where it sticks, buddy. I like it. What do you got? Tell me with this will. What is this will about? The Wheel of Fortune in your conscious thoughts with the Hermit. Interesting. I feel like right now in your current energy, you're focused on growth and stability and having that happy home life, kind of having it all, enjoying it. But you're kind of not really knowing where to put that decision. It's like, where do I get up and where do I go to start to see the fruits of some kind of labor? It's like that's kind of stalled for the moment. And it's kind of like one of those, do I look inward to kind of shift my fortune? Like, what is it I have to look at, or what is it I have to reevaluate in order to do that? That could be why the clouds is here. It's like opening your mind up, trying new things, seeing what works, seeing what sticks. Subconsciously, we have this Ten of Swords. It's like something painful that you're thinking about or making or missing opportunities. All right, tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Meaning. Might be just different perspectives on how you can grow or how you can start to grow, especially if you're starting to build a business. And I think part of that answer is, you need to go out and you need to have a little bit of fun, maybe spend some time with friends type of energy. My nose is stuffy. Sorry, guys. Go. That Queen of Pentacles coming out again. I like it. I think you're coming to some decisive action when it comes to your emotions or maybe a situation you had a little bit of remorse over, especially if you've been kind of wallowing in it for quite a while. And it's about finally getting yourself out of that. And I feel like the King of Swords is there to tell you to have that clarity, to be open, see the bigger picture, and to move forward. Keep pushing yourself, have that willpower, and take that action, whatever it is. And I feel like it's whatever it is, it's justified and it's balanced out, very tipping in your favor. You do have the Six of Pentacles behind that. So I feel like it's about giving and receiving, like what you're giving out. And I feel like that current energy is really just focused on, or you could be living in that high life of things are going really, really good right now. I'm happy. The home life is happy. I'm building, I'm structured, but what's my next path? What's my next direction? What's going to build that next solid thing for me? And, taking maybe a moment back to kind of step back from everything and look at everything from a different perspective in order to change your fortune or see where you're going to grow. Especially if you feel like things have like come to some kind of end and you feel like you're missing out on opportunities that could be headed your way, especially with that Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. It's about maybe not focusing so much on the seeds that you've already planted and maybe allowing that light to shine somewhere else, especially, when you're looking at different perspectives or different options. And then what brings us to the Empress and that Queen of Pentacles, which I really like going forward, is it's about you just kind of letting that energy flow, and understanding that it's going to take time to build. It might be slow and steady type of progress, but try new things, see what happens. That's kind of a weird message, but they've all been this month, so whatever. All right. I'm not going to keep you too long, so we'll get you some oracle cards, a surrender, and send you on your way. Okay, what do we got? We're going on for the beautiful Pisces. What do they need to know for their highest good? I'm not taking all that. One step ahead is all you need. And then definitely follow through. And I feel like that's why we're seeing the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. It's about being structured, but also doing that follow through. And limitations inspire innovations. I don't know who needs to hear that, but maybe you're limited in resources and there might be a different way you can do something. But, take that step. That's all you need. All right. Let's get you a surrender card. Let's see what's going on. I like this. It's a really nice read, actually. Just gaining, I feel like clarity is really going to be the focus of your month. Getting clarity about a situation, trying new things, Ooh, I like this. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on people or activities that ignite your passion. Let it flow. I like that. And we did see that Three of Cups. So definitely maybe go out and have some time with friends. Enjoy life. I know I sound out of breath, but it's because my nose is stuffy and I can't help that. But that reminds me of the Empress and the Hangman. Surrender to effortlessness this week. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So maybe you need to go with the flow. All right. All right, my beautiful Pisces. That's what I have for you this month. And I'll see you in the weeklies. Bye, guys.